Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brooks Knows Baseball. 30 breakdowns in 30 days. Today, we are going over the New York Mets, who are, I guess, before we started in the news recently for their closer, Edwin Diaz, who tore his patella tendon in his left knee in the WBC last night and is out for a year after signing a deal, giving him roughly, $20 million. That's definitely a blow. That he's under a 5-year deal and he's out for the year, so it's definitely a blow for the Mets.
And they lost one of their starters, Jose Quintana. He had a benign tumor on his ribs, so he's gone for foreseeable future. So
Yeah,
they're in the hole already.
yeah. Taking a look at the New York Mets, though, last year they did make the playoffs. They finished second, made the wild card. It's tough when you finish second, which win 101 games and you don't win your
Hmm.
division. Um, but yeah, they made the loss in the wild card last year. And then before that, you'd have to go all the way back to 2016, the last time they made the playoffs. They did make a World Series in 2015. They did not win or really perform all that well. They won a World Series in 1986 and in 1969 well. But if you look at their history, they don't make the playoffs much. So starting in 2000, they've made it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the last 22 seasons. So they do not make the playoffs very much. But that's the New York Mets, so by a manager that I'm very familiar with and I have a great respect for in Buck Showalter. I think he's a very good manager. But you want to go
Till the
ahead
playoffs start.
and the playoffs started. Go ahead and jump into it and we'll get going.
Well, their key acquisitions, you got to probably start with Verlander. I mean, he won Cy Young in American League last year. Uh, I mean, the only thing about him and Scherzer, at their age, they're going to hit a brick wall at some time. But anyway, they got him. They almost had Carlos Correa, but they didn't. Uh, Omar Narvaez, is how you say his name, the catcher?
Narvaez.
Narvaez. We'll go with that. They got him. Wow, big pickup. Quintana, the pitcher, left-hander, but we know he's out now. Kodai Senga, who everybody's been impressed with his ghost, I guess, forkball. But, Japanese players are hit or miss to me. I mean, there's not a lot of superstars other than Ochiro. The others are hit and miss. David Robertson, old guy. I guess he's going to be the closer now. Right-hander. Brooks Raley,
38.
solid.
30.
Yeah. Brooks Raley, impressive left-hander out of Tampa. Eliza Hernandez, they got in a trade with the Marlins, and Danny Mendick, they got as a free agent from the White Sox. But
They are in, I'm sorry to cut you off, but they are in as win now mode as I've ever seen a team based on their ages.
absolutely, with the money they're spending is crazy. But they're supposed to be building the farm system at the same time, according to Cohen, the owner. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, when we talk about there, but let's go ahead and jump right into the pitching staff. So, what I'm seeing, the depth chart look like Verlander number one, Scherzer number two, Kodai Senga.
Hold on. You really think they're going to put Verlander ahead of Scherzer?
Verlander
I
had
think that'd be a slap in the face, but go ahead.
how would it be a slap in the face? Verlander had
Because Scherzer's a veteran returning player. Verlander's new. Their numbers are damn near identical. Verlander's just played a little longer. They both got no hitters. They both all stars, 3 Cy Youngs, each of them. So why would you automatically put him? But we'll see.
depth charts.
I'd be insulted if I was Scherzer.
I'm just reading it. Don't yell at me. Buck Showalter.
Well, I'm a Scherzer fan, so I'm upset.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't be after he left. But anyway, so we got Verlander, Scherzer, Kodai Senga, Carlos Carrasco, and David Peterson at number 5. Go looking at
Okay, is that a rotation that's going to win the Super Bowl? The first two are good,
Thursday.
but they're getting older. Senga, we didn't know exactly what we're getting because this, he's not pitching a double A, low, high A or double A baseball like he does in Japan. This is the major leagues, and then Carrasco, no, he's not that special. And then Peterson's never lived up to what they thought. So
You know what's crazy about? I'm sorry to just change it here a little bit about Verlander. His fastball velocity since 19 has gone up every year.
but now when Clemens did that, everybody accused him of being a steroids guy.
Take a look in 2013 when he was 30. His fastball velocity was 94.1. Okay,
Right.
it is 95.1. So when he's almost 40, it increases a mile per hour. That's a little odd.
Maybe it's just a good old Virginia boy from ODU. Maybe that's it.
Maybe. maybe not.
Yeah.
His WAR is fantastic. I mean, he's a first ballot
He puts up numbers, no question about that.
first ballot Hall of Famer, 110%, no question.
But the bullpen now, Robertson. Okay, I guess he's a closer. Ray Lee will be a left-hander, probably late guy. Drew Smith, uh, later inning guy. Um, other than that, they don't have a lot of studs back there, do they?
No, not much. But
John Curtis may make it. Zach Green, I think they already cut. Eliza Hernandez, they got him in a trade. I don't know why you trade for a guy with a 6.3, 5 ERA and a 143 WHIP.
Tommy Hunter's going
They got,
to make the team, though, so
oh,
he'll be their good back.
do what now?
Tommy Hunter has a chance to make the team, so he'll be a good back end player for him.
Yeah. So how old is Tommy?
36, but hell, he's not even the oldest one in the bullpen. You got Robertson, who's 38, Adam Ottavina, who's 37. You got Brooks Raley, who'll be
Right.
35. Hunter will be 37 this year. They're starting pitchers. Verlander's 40. Scherzer's going to be 39. Kodai Singh is 30. Carlos Carrasco is 36. They are. They,
Yeah. Drew Smith did a good job there last year. 3.33 ERA in 44 games. He's a right-hander. There's one more I wanted to bring up. Oh, McGill, big boy, got like 9 starts last year and 15 appearances, so he could be the long man. That's about all. I don't see that being a World Series winning team, a pitching
their
staff.
bullpen's a little suspect, if to say the least.
Right.
And I think them being so old as they are could hurt them as well.
Right. And go on to their catchers. There's no offense there.
Yeah,
They're probably what you got Nito and the new man. So what between them? Wow, they don't hit much. Nito's a 239 guy with 3 homers. So
one thing. Yeah, and moving on to the first baseman is arguably the best power hitter in baseball, Pete Alonso. I wish I could say he's the best power hitter of the World Baseball Classic, but I could do what he's doing right now. Anyway, Pete Alonso for a slug. What do you think his strikeout rate is?
he struck out 131 times, 128 times last year.
So when he was a rookie, it was 26% of the time he struck out. It is down to 18 now, and it's gone
Well,
down single year he's been in the bigs, and his
and being a slugger, he's still OPB's 352.
yeah. He's a solid player. His rookie year, obviously, bursting onto the scene of 53 homers, 120 RBIs. He plays a lot. You know, he's played just about every game since coming into the league. So,
Elite power hitter.
yeah. But
He's one of the best.
what he can say about him. But talking about hitting, moving on to Jeff McNeil, who's fresh off the bat.
That's right. Jeff McNeil's a great hitter. They got to find a position. I guess it'd be at second, but he plays outfield. He plays third. He plays all over the place. But you got to have him in the lineup. He hits.
Yeah. Move on to their shortstop is Francisco Lindor, who hit an inside park run last night at the World Baseball
Yeah,
Classic.
yeah. What do you? Is he? He's an elite defender. We know that, but he was elite every aspect of his game, but he's not so much anymore. You think he's hitting that wall? His decline has started.
I no, and I'll tell you why. So in 21 he did hit 230, but last year it was up to 270, which is really on par with what he is. And he hit 26 home runs and had over 100 RBIs,
First
16.
time
So first time for what?
that he had over 100 RBIs.
Yeah, but I mean he's had 92, 89, 78. So yeah, I don't necessarily think he's hitting that wall yet. That was honestly last year was his second best year ever. And now if he had another year like he did in 20, yes. But
Depends how you judge it on his second best year, because I thought he had years in Cleveland better than what he did
I'm
last year.
going off of WAR when I'm
Yeah,
seeing, but projecting numbers for him 270 this year, probably 25 ish home runs, around 90 RBIs,
and
which is
still great defense.
yeah. So I would
What?
definitely
Yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just saying I would definitely take him on my team.
What are they going to do at third base? Eduardo Escobar, he's going to lead them to the series, or are they finally going to let Brett Beatty play? The left-handed hitter. Has got power. I
Yeah,
like him. He's doing good in spring. I'd put him there personally.
yeah, yeah, I would as well. But moving on to the outfield, we got Brandon Nimmo, 30. say 34, or Mark Canha 30.
Yeah,
Mark
he's
Canha
a solid player.
impressive jawline of any player in baseball.
He's a solid player. I liked him in Oakland, but yeah,
Up dog
Canna.
here too when he left Oakland, a 66 hitter last year, which was the highest it's been since 2019 for him. So, but he is 34, so I do see some regressions coming this year for him.
His strikeout rate did drop a little bit, but when you go to center field, Nemo, his first big year, we had some power. Got a huge contract. He's just a solid player. He's not a star in my book, but he's a solid player,
Mm-hmm.
and they obviously felt that too because they paid him. And he was way back when their first round picks, I know. But
Yeah,
when you go to right field, Marte, he had a resurgence. I thought,
yeah.
had a good year, really good year.
Well, they have
So
Tommy Pham, who's one of their backups as well, the young guy, who's played quite a few teams. But he hit 236 last year. I think he's probably going to be the most.
I'd take him on my team as long as we don't play fantasy football.
Yeah, but he hit 17 home runs last year. He is 30. He just
It's
turned.
Jock Peterson.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I get that. Uh, wants to play the music there. Yeah, but moving on to their DH, I'll give this to you because I know you're a big Vogelbach fan.
No, I think he's a disgrace to the game.
I
I
don't
don't
know
even.
it, man. Like, why is he there? His batting average career is 218.
He's like a sideshow, man. I mean, I don't want to
He's a big cat.
embarrass anybody, but when you look at him, that follows what people have said in the past. You don't have to be an athlete to play baseball because he's no athlete. He's the most out of shape baseball player I've ever seen in my life. He's a disgrace. He needs to get in shape, guys. They make enough money. He needs to pay a personal trainer. He's a slob. I'm sorry.
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell us how you really
Well,
feel.
look at the guy. I mean, he makes me look thin, and I'm not thin.
I don't know about all that, but that's a story for a different time. Is there anyone else you want to talk about for the New York Mets?
No, well, what about Francisco Alvarez, or star prospect catcher? Do you think he'll get up there this year? I think he will if they decide to need some offense back there.
He should because their catching is kind of weak right now. I would say.
Yeah.
They're I'm worried about them because I think that division's really good, and I don't think they're the best team there, especially with the injuries that happened with the pitching recently.
Yeah, and when you say the division, you just think at mid-season, the Phillies basically are getting a major piece in a trade. It's almost like a trade when Harper comes back.
Yeah.
If they can hang tough till then, he can carry them.
Well, I think the Phillies also they got two MVP candidates coming this year with the Harper midseason. They got Trey Turner already as well. So Trey's anytime he's like I was hearing Smoltz say last night, he's one of the best players in baseball, and you don't realize how much pop that he has in his bat because he's
Trey, I know Trey's 5 tool man.
yeah.
And then they got Taiwan Walker, who I think is underrated. The Mets lost him, and they basically didn't replace him. So I like Taiwan Walker as the pitcher. So I think Mets may have a lot tougher season than people think
I think they're
because
gonna.
they generally don't do what anybody thinks ever because they usually choke somewhere. Just like last year, they were everybody said they're going to win a division. They did this and they did that. Yeah, well, Atlanta won it again.
Yeah, but taking a look at the prospects here, we got again, like you mentioned, Francisco Alvarez, the catcher, who's 21 years old. He should be up there this year. He's undersized, I believe. He's 5'10". That's to me, that's undersized for a catcher.
On his height, he's undersized.
Yeah, he's a stocky.
He's got that Vogelbach look going.
Then you got Brett Beatty, who's a third baseman
I
outfielder.
like him a lot.
He's 23 years old, 6'3", 210. Kevin Parada, another catcher in A-ball at 21 years old. Alex Ramirez, the outfielder, who's in high A at 20. And then Jet Williams, who's a rookie ball. Big hulking figure at 5'8", 170 pounds.
Yeah, he'll work out there. You watch. But you forgot Ronnie Marcio.
I only said top five.
Mauricio.
Mauricio, number 6.
Mauricio is a big boy for an infielder. He's hyper aggressive, big arm,
Yeah.
shortstop, but he's boom or bust,
Yeah, but the state of their overall minor league systems is just under or just on the back half. I got them at 16 here. Um,
I
I
have a feeling they're coming though. They want that to get better. The owner said it, and he'll spend the money.
well, I think they're going to have to make a their window is that right here, and
Yeah.
I think after this year it's here because they're old. They're very, very, very old.
Well, like I said, Verlander and Scherzer and some of these other guys, they're going to hit a wall at some point.
Yep.
You
But
know, you're not good forever.
taking a look at our record projections here, we do see a minor regression from the Mets. Not much, but we see them winning 94 games and 68 losses, coming in at second place in the division, going for the first wild card spot. However, in the playoffs, I do not have them. I don't have them winning the World Series because I just think the Braves are a better team than them.
I have a feeling they're going to be in a big hole with the closer situation. You know, Robertson.
We're done before that, yeah. So who knows? But I think the Mets. I haven't put facing the Dodgers in in,
Right.
wild card round. So who knows what's going to happen with them? I don't anticipate much from the Mets in the playoffs.
Right. All right. Well, I guess that's all we can say about them. And you already spoke about Buck Showalter, so we're good to go.
Yeah. So I'll let you go ahead and close out again. Join us tomorrow, which is going to be Saturday, and who are we talking about tomorrow? Phillies.
Tomorrow's the Phillies. And do we still have a sponsor for National League?
Yeah. You want to go ahead and read it?
I don't have the reading here in front of me.
Oh, it is Kaiser Grits Crafty. Makes all types of craft items for you. Their Etsy page is going to be on our website as well, so feel free to take a click on that, take a look at that. But we should be expecting some T-shirts in the mail any day now. I know I put that request in quite a while ago, so we're waiting for it now. But I know they're just so busy with all these influx of orders. So I'll let you do the closeout, JF, and then we'll go ahead and get out of here.
All right, that's all for now, folks. We'll catch you next time on Brooks Knows Baseball.
Good night.
Good night, John Boy.